Hey guys, welcome to another Grow with Dan. Today we're talking about dirt. This is actually like clay soil that we went out front. We just took the shovel, got some soil out of the ground, and this is basically what you get. Anybody that lives here in Arizona, especially Phoenix, we know this. This is just solid dirt, hard to work with. Your shovel don't want to go down in it. So we wanted to talk to you guys about dirt. One of the things that sucks is when you're watering, it turns into a mess because you're actually just getting mud, and then your plants don't like it because it's hard to breathe down there. So we wanted to show you a couple things, a couple different soils you could use, a couple ways to look at it. So if maybe you're going outside to do your gardens, or maybe you're inside doing your gardens, we're going to show you a couple different things that you can use and the difference between them. So give me a second while I set up, and then we'll be right back to show you the dirt on things. Hey guys, welcome back. One of the things we wanted to talk about is Happy Frog. I'm sure you guys have seen this many times before. This is actually the soil that we're going to use. We put it into our containers so that it's easier to work with. But we're using Happy Frog potting soil. And we're also going to use Cocoa Grow. Our setup's over here, so I'll be going back and forth. So we're going to start with just original Happy Frog. So I don't know how good you can see that, but original Happy Frog is amazing. If you're working with potted plants and they're bigger potted plants, I recommend just buying this and putting it straight in. And maybe if you're getting them from the store or something, you know, when you go to Lowe's, or if you come to us, I'd actually mix a little in before, because of the fact that they're still kind of small. You mix some of the cocoa in, or maybe some peat moss, stuff like that we're going to talk about. But if you have a bigger plant that you've already mixed your stuff in, and maybe it's already 6 inches, you know, a bigger plant, we don't have one sitting around here that I could show you, but a bigger plant, actually, you can mix this stuff right in. Works amazing, and this stuff is pretty easy to work with. You can see that it's not hard to put your hand through, nothing like that. Nothing like the clay that we were showing you before. So this is bought straight from the store. We get it from our friends at the hydroponic store. So that's the first one we're going to show you. Second one, this is a cocoa mix. Now the coconut fibers have already been mixed into our mix. We actually mixed it with the Happy Frog, and you can see how it's even lighter. It's easier to work with. The only problem is some of it falls out the bottom. Not a lot of it, so we don't have to worry too much. Water this a little slower because it does like to soak up in there. So this for smaller plants. You put in the Cocoa Grow, mix it with our Happy Frog. Works amazing. That's one of our absolute favorite. So now we're going to go on to the next one. Those are the two that I recommend for indoors. When we're indoors, we try to keep stuff that's never been outdoors, so you don't bring in pests or anything like that. So for that part of the video, we just wanted to show you that. Now we're going to move on to the way we do outdoors. So basically outdoors, we have taken a mix of the Happy Frog, we have taken a mix of the cocoa, and we also add some peat moss, which is basically kind of like the cocoa. You can get it in big brick. It doesn't expand or nothing, but it works amazing. Has no nutritional content, I guess you would say. So it's just an additive. So you have to kind of mix it the right way and watch the other videos. We'll show you how to mix it, but we're just talking about the actual soil. So when you're outdoors in Phoenix, like we were talking about, this is your original soil. You can see that I can't put my finger into this. So one of the things we do is we add all 3 of the ones that we were just showing you before into here. This would be outside in your garden. You would dig a hole, and then you would mix all of these together, and then you're actually taking this and we're going to add it to it. So indoors, you don't want to do this because you can add bugs to your area and stuff like that. We did it very little. We're going to clean it all up and everything afterwards, so we don't have that problem. But if you bring this stuff in and put it into your soil, it's just going to make a mess and all that. But if you're outdoors, you want to mix it in, and then it anchors down the plants. And the actual this clay soil type stuff is actually good for your plants because it has the trace minerals like different carbons and all the little tiny minerals that you're going to need, that maybe it's a little bit boost to what you're already putting in. So this does actually help, and it does hold everything together, which anchors down your plants when the wind comes or it's raining real hard. So it is an added benefit outside. You mix it all together, and then the cool part about this is once you've pulled all this out, you've actually made a clay pot in the ground. Works amazing for us. We'll make an 18-inch down and 18-inch wide clay pot out of this stuff, and then we'll mix all this into our mix and then put it back into the ground. So that seems to work amazing for us. That's our trick. We also add fertilizers into all this mix, but we're not going to show you that right now. We're just talking the dirt. So that's how we do this. Another thing you want to look into, say you just want to do something easily, you can actually dig up all that dirt that we're talking about and add stuff like this, or maybe some compost. You can go to the store and get compost. You can do this real easy. It'll actually help a lot. Maybe add your fertilizers while you do it. You don't have to use the stuff that we're using. We're just telling you what we use, because we do get 6-foot tomato plants that are producing 100 off of each plant. But if you only need a 3-foot plant that produces 20 or 30 tomatoes through the season, makes you happy, makes your family eat, then by all means, go a little stage down. You can use stuff like manures. We were showing you in another video that goat manure is amazing. You can mix it a little bit at a time into it. It actually makes the soil a little better. Perlites. You can use gypsum. Gypsum will break up the soil so it can go real deep. The roots can go real deep. And a lot of the fertilizers that we use already have that stuff in there, or some of the soils that we use also have things in there. And if you want to go hydroponic, there's always soilless mixes, and we'll do that in another video. But for now, we just wanted to talk the dirt. And thank you guys for watching, and until next time, keep growing.